Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the day's live lunch break. My name is Rick Coster, and I am privileged, as always, to be in the Telegraph record shop, where I have spent literally hundreds of dollars on old Foghat albums. I can't even say that with a straight face. You even know who Foghat is? This is Andrew Victor. Am I speaking in such old, deep in the past that you don't even know what that reference was?
I don't.
And you can speak into the mic.
I'm pretty old too, so.
It's okay for you to go, listen, you old creep. I don't know who Foghat is, but
My
this
father would.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, welcome to Live Lunch. This is an experimental episode today. It's going to be bipartite, which is not as interesting a word as a sea creature word that I learned today, and we'll explore that in a little while. But we are always glad to be here. And from Philadelphia today, Andrew Victor, and I think your latest record is called We Are Forever.
Yeah, that's an EP that I
It's
have
an EP?
coming out, and it's not officially out yet. There's a couple bootlegs running around in Japan, but that's a joke. It officially comes out April 6th.
So I blew that.
Yeah. No, it's all good. There's a single out,
That I heard.
Yeah, there's a single floating out. In the
Yeah,
universe.
and it's a really good one, too.
Thank you.
And then, of course, as professional as we always are, the phone just rang, so that's excellent. Maybe it's for me. Hi. Just kidding. So I was explaining bipartite. That means that we're going to we have two artists. In addition to Andrew, we also have Katie Shotland. I said that correctly, didn't I? Her project is Swimming Bell. She's going to come up in a little while and play. They're touring together, and it's not just one of those, we say we're on tour when it means you're in New London tonight and Groton across the bridge the next night. You guys are really doing it.
Yeah, we've been Toronto, Montreal, Vermont, Massachusetts, couple shows, and we have 2 shows today. So
2 shows today. Tonight you guys will be at the Nick, the
Yeah.
tap room at the Nick. And
can't wait.
that's a good place,
Yeah.
particularly if you like beer. That's a good thing, too. But,
I've never had a beer before.
well, let me tell you. I'm just kidding. Then you're going to the West Coast.
Yeah, we're going all the way out west. I'm really lucky that Katie invited me to open for her, but she makes me drive all the time, and she hogs the DJ playlist, and she makes me pay all the gas and the hotels.
This is rapidly going downhill in terms of, well, there's a lot of diminishing returns to this situation. But the good news is I think you close in Southern California, which means you can come back directly and bring me a fat burger if it'll ride that whole way from L.A.
If that's what you want.
Couldn't hurt, could it?
I could bring you burritos.
Yeah, that'll work, too. All right, I have blathered long enough. We will have Katie up in a little while, but first, we're very privileged to have Andrew. You ready?
Yeah. Let's do
All
this.
right.
Jacob, take my arm. We've got a time to spare. I'm so glad it's you. I'll be walking with a dozen past lives coursing under skin. Hold on tighter. I feel the weight of it. From walking fire, we are fire. Walkers spreading. Walking fire.
Cast your gaze now to the power we have. I bet said to Corey, at least we really lived. This was 8th Street, where the shops were kept on to Park, where they huddle in little tents. From walking fire, we are fire. Walkers spreading, walking fire from walking fire, we are fire. Walkers spreading, walking
Thank you all so much. My grandma's here. Thank you. Cool. This is a new one off the EP that's coming on the 6th. That first one was off the full length that I have here in vinyl edition.
came like a ghost. Asked what door you entered. How'd we get so cornered? As though we didn't know we were going for broke. All the days ahead are surely numbered. We're running out of bread. We lost father's accent and the soaring market figures. We call the city days, forgot the drunken nights. We were all dolled up, too few to mention, too few to mention. Whatever's coming next better be an end all. Watching the colors scream, I'm not sure they ever asked my name. 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 Pull up a chair, don't look away.
Thank you. This is the first time I've ever played guitar. I'll do 2 more. I'm just doing a mixed bag because I have such a awesome catalog. This one is off 2 full lengths ago. If you go to my Bandcamp page, so basically it's there, Andrew Victor. Kay and I decided that I'm going to be 55, sleeping by a river in a sleeping bag, and just putting stuff out of my Bandcamp perpetually. That's in like 2 years. Cool. This one is called The Old Home Still Stands. I also do stand-up comedy. I do in New York a lot. I play a lot of like underground places, you know, like speakeasies. Yeah, I guess.
days and days. No machine to tell what I'd say. I want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. And I took off another ring, the growing crack in the ceiling. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. Michael Pacific, old hopes that haven't diminished or close, and you won't drift away. Say your prayer if you feel it. Oh, take what I can give, all that I own in the end. The rain will fall for days and days. No machine to tell what I'd say. I want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. And I took off another ring, the growing crack in the ceiling. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind. Want to hear you in the wind, hear you in the wind.
Well, thank you so much. Do one more. Thank you so much for having me too. It's great to be here, back in New London. I used to play a lot in a band, with a band, opening for a band called Quiet Life, way back in the day. They're still around, but yeah, that was a cool time. This is a cooler time. This is off the new EP that's coming out April 6th from Sony Records.
Sign me up, the war is fought with or without us. Sunrise, sunset, look at all the brilliant colors. After the rise and fall, we are once again playing the stars. Might just be today, might just be today, might just be. Fill my cup, don't waste a drop, it's precious. I'm walking through evergreens, smelling cedar. I'm on a crowded beach, waiting to get into water. Might just be today, might just be today, might just be. Spitting the words out at first wasn't easy. When I was young, I hardly did speak. the terms accepted, the dam broke inside me. Might just be today, might just be today, might just be. Easy now, all your dreams when you awake to news of such speed running late for borrowed keys to a rented gate. Might just be today, might just be today, might just be, might just be today, might just be today, might just be, might just be today, might just be today, might just be.
Thank you so much. This is the most people we've had all tour.
That was really nice. This is Andrew Victor. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure. This is Rick Coster here at the day for the day at Live Lunch Break. We stream these every Thursday. They're always archived at theday.com/live lunch. So, in this case, all the way en route to the West Coast part of his tour that he's doing, Andrew can just look over and over again at his own segment.
Oh, that's all I really do.
Just kidding, of course. I enjoyed that, man. And
thank you so much.
I want to ask you a couple of things. I know you're from Philadelphia, but as I was listening, and as I was listening to your stuff on Bandcamp,
Yeah.
there's a little bit, and I'm from the South. I would have thought there's a very mournful Western vibe to what you do. Have you ever heard that? Does that sound insulting or stupid? Or
No, I'm a sad guy. I've that's a joke. I've lived all over the country, and actually recently I was in the Southwest for a while, so maybe that seeped in.
Yeah.
I spent some time in Joshua Tree, and I'm in Tucson a lot, so
Yeah, okay.
maybe that got in there.
And it's a you use a little bit of reverb that gives it a Western.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of minor key stuff.
I think I've gotten a bit of that country vibe a little bit. I have heard that recently.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's so. This is a bit of Southern provincialism coming out here, and it's totally insane. But what is it about the singer-songwriter thing that appeals to your aesthetic as opposed to writing this stuff for a full band?
I just always was drawn to folk music, and I have had bands in the past, but I think more so when you're trying to tour a lot, you just have to do it alone.
That's the do-it-yourself.
It's the only way it's even at all possible, because it's just it's hard to be out there, and then a band, you're more mouths to feed. So
yeah, that's an interesting.
It kind of means
reality.
to an end. I love performing with other people, but I don't know. I've got in the groove of this, and I kind of prefer it now, to be honest.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful. This is Andrew Victor, and he is on tour right now with. It's kind of hard to explain, with Katie Shotland, also known as the Swimming Bell Project.
Yeah.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah, swing bell.
I don't say "the" in front of it. You don't want the preposition there.
You don't have to.
If I work at a newspaper, and if you think that they don't slash my prepositions all the time, so you might as well do it too. Anyway, and I want to ask you one more thing. You've got an EP coming out.
Yeah.
How do people get it?
Well, this one is going to be available on all, Spotify, but I prefer to do the Bandcamp.
Yep.
Because that actually goes to the artist. And then I have a vinyl record of the last record, and then we'll do something, physical copy too for the CP.
And they're, here we are inside the Telegraph record shop, and there are people browsing vinyl right now.
I know, it's great.
So I would like for you guys to very much come around here and browse right here, because that's Andrew's pile.
Yeah, we didn't really set up shop yet.
But that'll be coming. So Andrew is on tour, as I said, with Katie, and they're going to play tonight at the Knickerbocker Tap Room in Westerly, which is a wonderful venue, great listening room, good beer, that sort of thing.
I'm so excited.
So we're looking, and I think that's a free show, right?
It is. Our actually, a real friend of mine, Sean Spellman, who was in that band Quiet Life, is putting on the series in Westerly. He's kind of slowly becoming the mayor there, so he's putting on this awesome series.
Westerly Sound.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to do it.
Well, the other part of this, as I said, bipartite production, is that Katie's going to join us now. So you are, as Shakespeare said, exult. I think that's the right word, isn't it? So thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you so much
Enjoyed
for having me.
that.
You guys are awesome.
And now Katie, Swimming Bell Project, is going to take the stage with the 335 Gibson, 345 Gibson, that I'm going to try to steal later because it's just too good a guitar. Welcome.
Thank you.
And
I'll speak in the mic.
yes, you should. And so you have a couple of things going on that I think are really interesting. You're going to record live, straight to vinyl, one-time only thing. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so there's this little record label in Bushwick that they have this cool thing where you record straight to vinyl, and you have an option of either doing one song, a bunch of different takes, or you can do 4 or 5 songs, 4 or 5 takes, depending on how many records you actually want to do, but they're all unique records. They're all live, straight to vinyl.
And you're going to inscribe them, right?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
No, but you can, if you pre-order one, you get a personal shout out on the record, which is actually kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. So
right.
That's cool.
So we're going to talk to Katie in a few minutes. And again, thanks for being a live lunch break. But wonderful singer-songwriter, but there's so much more to it than that. There's a lot of, I would call atmospherics. I like what you do with it. You're going to hear some multi-tracked and looped stuff. Beautiful songs, and I think it's a great 1-2 bill to have you two together.
Thanks.
It's a similarity of moods, but yet they're very distinct in what they do. So here's Katie, Swimming Bell Project, and you will have to tell us what that comes from.
I'll tell you
all
all
right.
about it. Thank you. This song is called Valley Forge, and it's on my EP that came out in October of last year. My street lamp lighting up your wings. We're flying back, you find your history. You read your books to feel at home and pass them off to keep you on your own. She loved you right, she loved you wrong. You always followed suffering, found it hard to swim against the pain. She's marching heavy in your mind. You're calling me to leave it all behind. She loved you right, she loved you wrong. She crawled inside your sweetest song. Commandeer your dreams alone. This next song is, I'm making a full-length album right now, and so this song is going to be on it, which I'm excited about. This is called 1988. Straighten out. Is that coming through? Yeah? When I was young, you were calling me home, and I tried to turn, but I fell on the stone. With your hand on my head, I laid in your arms. Oh, and inside your likeness, I heard who you are. I was falling behind. Went to phone you today, 'cause you're missing her car. But I'm selfish and lazy, distracted by nothing at all. And these words, they come at night as I'm trying to sleep. And your heart is a gold mine, an honor to keep. I was falling behind. I'm falling behind. Thanks for having me. This is really fun. This song is called Good Time Man. I'm just going to tune real quick. I feel like it might be a little out. This is also going to be recorded. We're working on this right now. Rain was falling down our backs, bugs hitting our shoes. Found their comfort on my chest, licking all your wounds. Fire's raging sweet tonight. Smoky mountain cloud. I was waiting for my chance, crawling inside your mind. We drive and sing his songs, barely holding on. From the underground, a beating heart slowed down. We're sinking into limbs and leaves. Our shelter was made for two. Moonlight blanket, she's soft and sweet, tangled up in you. Drive and sing her songs. We're barely holding on. From the underground, a speeding heart slowed down. There's still so much to talk about. The hills and golden rod. Did you think that you weren't good enough? Well, maybe I'm too much. Your honey touch, I like so much. And you were my good time man. The morning keeps us secretly deep inside her hands. We drive and sing our songs. We're barely holding on. From the underground, the wandering heart slowed down. The wandering heart slowed down. Thanks. All right, I'm going to do one more per request. This song came out a couple weeks ago. It's called a desert song, a lullaby. It's a lullaby. So there you have it. Let's see here. Thank you.
Well, thank you, because you did that for me. That was my request. This is Katie Shotland, and the project is called Swimming Bell.
Yeah.
You want to? I have a couple of technical questions. You want the technical questions first, or the more
Whatever your heart desires.
Whatever. Speaking of heart, your last recording is called The Golden Heart.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, at what point in your career did the whole idea of looping and atmospherics come into what could probably be described as what was basically a singer-songwriter thing to start with? Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, that term singer-songwriter is so strange to me because I don't really, to me that sounds like a little bit different than even like the songs that I write without looping. But I do write songs and I sing them, so
yeah, that is a sort of almost a pejorative phrase at some point.
Yeah, but
because I think of you, and also, here's another thing, Andrew. Would you like to get up?
She's behind the.
Andrew's first set ended, and rather than he was so polite to not interrupt the video stream that he sat down in front of the bathroom door. It's like when you.
That's where he's most comfortable.
It's like when you've had that one too many shots of Jaeger at the party, and you're just like, I'm better off over here. But anyway, so yeah, I think of both of you guys. Speaking of pejorative, I mean this in the best possible way, as pop songwriters.
Oh, okay.
A lot of melody,
Yeah.
a lot of way beyond basic structures and the chords and stuff. So let's move it in that direction. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I feel like my music's like based in folk, but it's more like it's a little bit atmospheric, and I just really like sounds, like just different sounds. When I was making the Golden Heart, the EP, my friend who I work with, his name is Ollie Deacon, and he has a project called Low Pines, which is beautiful, and I had heard his stuff, and he does all his own recording, and so I asked if he would work with me, and in that process was the first time I was able to like really get creative with recording and make the atmosphere that I wanted.
Right.
And then from that, the last song on that EP is a looping song that I wanted that was inspired by a Beatles song.
Which one?
She's So Heavy.
Okay.
And so then, but I didn't play any of these songs live. I had never done that before. I kind of wanted them just as demos. I just wanted to do it for fun. And then when I put out the EP, I was like, I guess I should learn how to play these songs. So that was what the looper came in, from. And then I kind of started writing a little bit more for the looping. And now I just have fun with it. And it's just like ever expanding. It's like too much stuff.
As an old person, I'm one of those people that thinks the looping pedal in the wrong hands or the wrong feet can be a very dangerous thing. But you do wonderfully with it.
Thanks.
And thanks to all of you guys for being part of Live Lunch Break today. We're talking to Katie Shotland, the Swimming Bell Project, not the Swimming Bell, Swimming Bell Project. I have a "the" problem. And over here is Andrew Victor. They're touring together. It'll take them all the way out the West Coast tonight. They'll be in Westerly at the Nick, and that's a free show. So think about that. It's Thursday. The weekend has just begun. I was going to ask you a couple of technical things.
Sure.
Speaking of the looping pedal, some of the harmony clusters you're doing are way beyond a triad. You're doing some what do you have vocal history in terms of learning stuff? Or are you just making it up? Or?
I didn't study music or anything.
Yeah.
And I started playing a few years ago, but I've just always loved harmonies. My mom loves to sing, and she would always be singing Peter, Paul, and Mary, and like these, very harmonic bands, and she kind of taught me how to harmonize, I guess, or how to hear it.
Yeah.
But I can't speak in like musical language where I know what a triad is, but like I don't know if I can assume I'm singing that, but I just listen and go from there.
Well, if you want to get really technical, you just say you do some really kick-ass harmonies.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Thank you.
Well, it's cool because what you were doing I was really just taken away by some of the harmonies that you were adding. Also, from my perspective over there, your right-hand finger picking style, was that self-taught too? Because that was
I don't know what
some
I'm doing.
weird stuff there. Yeah. Do you ever look at that, Andrew, what she's doing?
She's got her own thing.
Yeah, she does have her own thing.
I don't know.
So I promised we would get to this part because when I got here and met Katie and Andrew, I said, what is a swimming bell? And then I found out that in addition to being a great writer and musician, you know a lot about science and ichthyology. So share with us, will you please?
Sure. I only know this one thing because it was so cool. But when I was making the EP, I was in London, and I was on Facebook one day, and I follow a science page, and they had this video of this really beautiful phosphorescent, like deep sea creature that was like long and it was floating, and I was just watching this video, and it's called a Siphonophore. And at the time,
Can
I
you
was
even
like,
spell that? I'm sorry to interrupt.
SIPHA, and that's all I know.
That's still, that can get us there. We can get that. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, so I was thinking about the EP that I was making because like it was kind of just experimental, and we were just throwing sounds on it and like layering, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. It's a perfect, image for what we're making right now, but it doesn't really roll off the tongue. So I was doing like more research on these creatures, and there's a classification called Priadubia, and that's like a man-o-war that looks like a jellyfish basically, and the nickname is Swimming Bell, and I just thought that's a really cool name. Yes.
Perfect. So now everybody knows what Swimming Bell is. I hope you will. Wait, Andrew does Bandcamp. You've got swimingbell.com, right?
Swimingbell.com. I'm on everything. So I'm on Spotify and iTunes and all that.
So y'all can find them at all the above. Plus, they brought merch today, if you were so inclined, so to see them after this is over with. I can't thank you both enough for being here. They're on the road. They're busy, and it means a lot that you would be part of Live Lunch Break. They'll be at the Nick tonight. Don't forget, it's free. It's a good thing. Wish them luck and safe travels. Rich, thank you for having us, as always, at the Telegraph Record Shop. One of your own bands will be here next week, Horns of Ormus. They've got a new record coming out, and it is pretty damned awesome. So looking forward to that. Thanks, as always, to Pete Wappy for getting it right in the house.
Thanks, Pete.
I'm Rick Coster for Live Lunch Break. We do this every week at noon on Thursday. Everything is archived. Spend all of your free time watching these things. Y'all travel safe.
Thank you so much for having us.